Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea, a channel for marriage-minded men. The last video was about the surprising way being married to my Filipina has blessed me the most, and I went over some possible ways, real blessings, but they weren't the most surprising way. And so I built up to that, and I'm going to reveal that here today. Please subscribe, Love Beyond the Sea. Don't forget to get notifications. And I hope you can leave a comment here if you have been married to a Filipina for a while. My greatest blessing from getting married to this woman from the Philippines about 10 years ago was not anticipated. I would describe it as this: purpose. The greatest blessing I found, that I discovered, has been having purpose. Meaningful, satisfying, fulfilling purpose. We have all heard it is more blessed to give than to receive, and that comes from the Bible in Acts 20, verse 35. It's good to receive, too, when it's done without strings attached. The giver will eventually be blessed themselves in ways more satisfying than receiving is. That is a great motivation to be a giver. Luke 6:38 says, "Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will men give into your bosom." King James Version. God blesses giving in eternity, but the emphasis in this verse is here on earth from other people because of our generosity, even sacrifice for them. My greatest blessing from the union has been the satisfaction in knowing that I'm doing all I can to give my wife the best life I can give her. It's ongoing and it can't stop. Why would I want to deprive myself by depriving my wife? With a Filipina usually comes the need to help her family, and you should know that, how much to help and how, which ways will need to be determined somehow between the two of you. And so I'll just get that out of the way first, because it's easy to see this as an important way to help your wife that will be rewarded. But there are others I've experienced. I get great blessing from trying to build her up as much as I can. I get blessings providing for her. When I was working, I was able to provide more, but that's a blessing for me because I'm helping her now, and I want to provide for her even after I'm gone. I receive blessings in trying things she likes to do, like karaoke or going to certain plays or traveling around. I receive blessing when, I help teach her to drive, because that's a necessary thing to do here in the U.S. Try to find friends for her. I get blessed when I try to communicate with her family, because that's important to her. Helping to set her up financially in the future, like I mentioned, is a great blessing to me. There's different ways that you can do that, like life insurance, of course, savings and investment, your house, Social Security. I think once you get past 10 years, she's eligible for your Social Security, 10 years of marriage. So I'm also satisfied those times I let her go to the Philippines without me so she can be around her family and friends. If I was to leave and go to the Philippines, I'd probably want to get back to the United States now and then too. I'm okay with giving up what I give up for her because of the overwhelming satisfaction in treating her as well as possible, and not just while I am alive. My greatest blessing in marriage is in proportion to what I do for my wife. I believe her response is human nature and the promise of God. A man isn't likely to marry a Filipina for what she can do for him financially, as she simply may not be able to. I've discovered that what my wife can give me is what I need the most, and I can give her what she has needed the most, while making her feel like the most special Filipina in the world, I hope. Loving this woman gives me much purpose. And having purpose has been the biggest blessing to me in our marriage. When I was looking and waiting to get married for a very long time before I did, it was hard for me to feel like I had purpose. Yeah, I was working, and I thoroughly enjoyed um, overall, my job where I worked for 40 years, and my career was cut short because of, well, it wasn't because I wanted to stop working, and it wasn't because of performance. It was a health issue and an insurance dispute issue. But it's been 5 years, and I'm finally starting to enjoy being retired. That's a whole nother video itself. How long does it take to get used to it, especially when you weren't really retiring on your own terms? So purpose was hard then, but now that I've been married, it seems like every day I can try to do something good for her. And I don't really think much about what I get or trying to get more from my wife. I believe that will be returned in some way in the future if I keep trying to be the best giver I can. So I can only imagine what the rest of our lives will look like if I keep doing what's best for my love beyond the sea.